Welcome back to another It's a Beautiful Monday.
In case you didn't already know, this weekend we launched a brand new version of our Moisture Complex Liquid Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Our Moisture Complex Liquid Foundation is extremely popular.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, it's our best-selling foundation.
It's our best-selling product overall.
Right. So people have come to us and said, well, why did you improve the formula?
Mm-hmm.
And the answer is we've done a ton of research about what makes a foundation great. First of all, we wrote down a list of how we would improve it, what we want it to do for the skin that's over and above anything that it already does. Now, one of the incredible things about our Moisture Complex Foundation is that you put it on and it looks like you basically put on a second skin.
Mm-hmm. I'm just showing off. I'm wearing it today, so.
As am I. And we didn't want to mess with that because it's kind of a little miracle. And that's why people love it. But then we dug deep to see if there were any things that we can add that would give us increased benefits for someone's skin. So if they became a Moisture Complex user, their skin would improve.
Mm-hmm.
And so then we saw that it already had, and first of all, we looked at all the ingredients that were already in Moisture Complex. And it already had some aloe.
Mm-hmm.
So we did research. We went to the NIH, did some research on the clinical studies associated with aloe. And there are many.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And what we found was all we need to do is really boost up the aloe for some amazing beneficial effects that we had no idea. And first of all, we discovered what was in aloe. I mean, you often hear about aloe in skincare, and aloe is kind of where you end it because, sometimes you can put aloe on a sunburn and you say that's good and it feels good and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
What we didn't know, Sarah, should I start off this list?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think it is important to establish we all have these ideas of what's great for our skin, but we don't actually think about what's in that single thing that's making it so beneficial to us. So
in this case, what's in a plant that may be sitting on your kitchen windowsill?
Right. Yes, I need to start using more of my aloe on my kitchen windowsill, but it's unbelievable.
Well, you don't have to. You've got it. You've got it in spades in your Moisture Complex.
Mm-hmm. That is true. I've already applied my aloe today.
So, did you know that it provides 20 of the 22 human required amino acids? They're sitting right there in the plant. Mm-hmm. It has 7 of the 8 essential amino acids sitting right in the plant.
So almost everything you need.
It has salicylic acid for anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties in the plant. Mm-hmm. It has lignin, which helps anything that's a topical preparation penetrate deeper. It's like this little miracle, the skincare miracle that just is right there in the plant. Mm-hmm. It has vitamins. Vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E. For your antioxidants, it also contains B12, folic acid, and choline in the plant.
It kind of sounds like a multivitamin at this point. It's just like, here's everything shoved into one.
Great. It's a multivitamin for your skin. And it also, over and above that, it contains 8 enzymes. Alliase, alkaline phosphatase, amylase, bradykinase, carboxypeptinase, catalase, cellulose, lipase, and peroxidase.
I'm impressed. I'm so impressed with you right now.
I messed it up some. But then I went on to say, well, what is bradykinase? Because that sounds interesting, like somebody named Brady invented it or something. And that helps reduce excessive inflammation when applied to the skin topically. Ooh. What is excessive inflammation? Redness, eczema.
So that's probably why it's so great for sunburns and things like that.
Well, that's part of it. It's not part. Yes, it's one because it's so chock full. Mm-hmm. It has minerals: calcium, chromium, copper, selenium, magnesium, manganese, potassium, sodium, and zinc. And all are essential for the proper functioning of the skin. Some are antioxidants.
Now, I just saw some comments coming through that I wanted to pause really quickly. And we have Kim was just saying our skin looks great. Let me tell you, I have on that new the new Moisture Complex Aloe Advanced Foundation today, and it kind of gives like a it gives like a more natural but like radiant effect to the skin, and that aloe is kind of giving a little bit of a dewy vibe, but it doesn't feel dewy at all. So it's not sticky or tacky. You just get the feel or the look of it, but not the feel of it.
Remember, it is like putting on a brand new perfect skin. This time. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and Holly just said that the spa she went to always puts raw aloe and vitamin E on after they do eyebrow wax and all over the face. And after facials, yeah, because you're a bit irritated. So aloe just helps everything. It really is kind of that miracle, amazing product. And then Kim's asking how you remember all those words.
I have a cheat sheet.
Yes. There's definitely a list.
Even if I sat down to memorize this, it would have been impossible because there's so much. I think I went through minerals and their sugars. And remember, one of the hottest things in skincare right now are different saccharides. And we're hearing about it. People are advertising it, and there it is, sitting right there in aloe. And one of the most important ones is mannose-6-phosphate. Again, all of these sugars have anti-allergic properties. They have exfoliating properties and anti-inflammatory properties. So again, we keep hearing about anti-inflammatory. And then there are some phenolic compounds that act as analgesics, think sunburn, antibacterials, and folks, antivirals.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Then fatty acids with 4 plant steroids, cholesterol, campesterol, cystosterol, glucanol. And all of these, once again, have anti-inflammatory, antiseptic, analgesic, as well as moisturizing properties.
Now, fatty acids sound kind of gross, but they're actually really amazing skincare ingredients for your skin. So highly recommend. A lot of our skincare does contain certain fatty acids in it, but don't be scared away by the word. Just know that it's good. It can be really great for your skin as well.
Moisturizing, enriching.
Yeah.
And then here's another scary word, but we do not need to be scared of this. It has hormones. Did you know that? And gibberellin. And they help in wound healing and with anti-inflammatory action.
Wow. I'm hearing a lot of anti-inflammatory with everything that's surrounding aloe. So really, it's an ingredient.
You know what? That's all what's in it. But what does that do? Like with the anti-inflammatory action. You hear about this in skincare a lot, or sometimes in food, like, oh, wow, blueberries, great anti-inflammatory. But what does it actually do? And basically, according to the NRH, it inhibits the cyclooxygenase pathway and reduces the prostaglandin E2 production.
Right, so in English, that just means that it's a really big time proven anti-inflammatory that's aiding in redness and eczema. Whoa, excuse me.
Exactly. Thank you for that. Because when you're reading through, NIH compiled in their footnotes, you see dozens of clinical studies. And so some of this stuff sounds a little, what? But bring it down to English. But I do think it's nice to know that in the clinical study, it was described a certain way. Now, what do we care about more than anything else in our foundation? The moisturization and the anti-aging properties. Yes?
Yeah, let's be honest, yes.
So antiseptic, great. Antioxidant, yay. But what I really care about is it moisturizing and does it have an anti-aging effect? So, according to the NIH, the mucopolysaccharides satirized in aloe helps bind moisture to the skin. Aloe also stimulates fibroblasts, which produce collagen. We talk about collagen a lot, and elastin fibers, making the skin more elastic and less wrinkled. It also has cohesive effects on the epidermis, which softens the skin, and the amino acids in aloe soften hardened skin cells. And the zinc content tightens pores. Its moisturizing effects have also been studied in the treatment of dry skin with occupational exposure.
Mhm.
So, people who are allergic to latex, people who are in chemicals, also those kinds of things. And it was found to improve integrity, decrease appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, and erythema. It also, we talked about the growth hormone, glucomannan,
Mhm.
and gibberellin, and they interact with the growth factors on the fibroblasts themselves that stimulate the collagen in your skin to make it springy. So, and it also provides increased synthesis of hyaluronic acid in the skin. And how often do you hear about hyaluronic acid? Only it turns up the skin's own factory to produce more hyaluronic acid in the skin.
Mhm.
So what is that in English?
All right, so half of that sounded like gibberish, but we're breaking it all down because exactly. But we're going to break it all down because we want to make sure you fully understand what's actually being said. Because a lot of these clinical studies, they throw out these, big scientific words that you don't understand, and it just needs to be broken down.
Who knows what gibberellin is?
Does anyone out there know?
It's a growth hormone. It's in your aloe. I know that now.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
let's talk about what you just said, but we're going to break it down into something that we can actually understand and digest, which aloe is highly moisturizing and skin softening as well. It tightens pores and improves skin integrity. Now, most important that aloe does is decrease the appearance of wrinkles. Well, most important for us because that's one of the main concerns we have. Aloe also stimulates collagen synthesis and not only boosting collagen, but increasing cross-linking. And something else that was mentioned, and if that weren't enough, that like we talked about earlier, it also increases natural hyaluronic acid in the skin for moisturization. And you know what? Also that was mentioned was that collagen production. So don't make me bring it up, but
bring it on.
We lose a percentage every single year of our collagen production, starting at the age of 25, and by 40, it's done. So what does this help do? Keep that collagen going. So you're trying to boost it. We're trying to get that cellular turnover faster and faster and faster. It's getting rid of that dead skin. It's helping with fine lines and wrinkles. So aloe is another ingredient that helps boost that collagen production, which is so important. We need to be boosting collagen production all day long. One of our main focuses.
It doesn't matter what age you are. Mm-hmm. Think about the statistic that Sarah gave. It's like, every single day that you're living your best life, your skin is thinking about retirement. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, well, it's nice. I worked really hard when she was 17, but, I'm going to relax a little bit. And then the next decade, your skin, your factory is going, well, I feel a little bit more, because, she had her best life at 17. And then on and on. So when you get to be my age, my skin is in full retirement. And so I constantly need to think about, making sure that I'm using the best anti-aging kinds of preparations that I can use to have smooth skin. Mm-hmm. Now, young people your age, Sarah, and I'm going to exclude you from this because you're worried about anti-aging already. But most young people, they don't worry about it. That's not in their massive list of things to worry about. Mm-hmm. So we have put enough of aloe, more aloe into this foundation that they may not realize that you're getting anti-aging treatments every single day. And they're not some oily, greasy, add cream to your face kind of anti-aging treatment. It's a treatment that goes, natural product that goes on your face, communicates with your skin, and says, "Hey, let's get some collagen moving. Let's get that collagen together for a nice, springy bed on your skin. And and the hyaluronic acid is saying, hey, let's draw moisture from the air. It's kind of like a little miracle.
Yeah, it truly is. And while we're on the topic of things that we preach all the time, I want to talk about fighting free radicals, because that was another thing. We talk about antioxidant and why it's important that this ingredient is an antioxidant, but what does that actually mean? And it means that it's helping fight free radicals. And free radicals are things like pollution, stress, the air quality, the sun. All of that is constantly damaging our skin all day long.
Do you know how you can see free radicals on your face?
How?
Look for an age spot. Oh. Look for a freckle, or even more, because that is the result of free radical activity in your skin. Or, more frightening than anything else, put your face under a UV light.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Do not do it.
Well, if you want to become a devotee of excellent skincare and start using your Moisture Complex foundation that's boosted with aloe, yeah, do that.
It's very scary. Even me, I have a ton of age spots showing under UV light. So you really get a sense if you do, or if you are interested in looking at that, you can find them online. And it is very scary. Unbelievably scary to figure out where your skin is at, looking at your sunspots, looking at the damage that's being done to your skin all the time. Yeah, it's pretty intense.
Well, sometimes people need to see the truth. Sometimes people really need to see what's going on before they're 60 years old and they're looking at their face going, what happened to me? And thinking that they need to do something to fix it. And they start nipping and tucking and, hey, start at your age.
That is true. There are people that have started taking care of their skin at a very, very early age, and it's been able to keep that collagen production going, lasting longer as well. So it really is important to start treating your skin right. And I wish I had been more involved with understanding great ingredients for your skin, including SPF. Being younger, I never really applied SPF. I wanted, to have a tan always. And now I know the importance and how much damage that can cause your skin. So SPF every single day is another one of those things that we need to be doing. But I did want to pull out some comments that we got. I have Kim, who is having trouble figuring out which color of foundation because she has a bit of a tan. So you're winter, so you're going to want to be looking for a neutral or a cool undertone. And Kim, would you consider yourself more of like a lighter skin complexion like me, who's never goes to see the sun at all? Would you see yourself more of a medium like Lucinda, or deeper than Lucinda? Where do you think you're in line with that? And then we can help get you into the right shade. And let's see. I have some of our products.
Let me say, if you purchase online, for example, a foundation shade that you think is the right shade, when you get it home, if it's not perfect, you return it to us, and we'll see that you end up in the perfect shade.
That's so true.
And one of the things that we tout about this service, because we take color very seriously, and that is that you can, let's say that you're testing your color in a store, whatever. You only have the lights of that store as a reference. So in that lighting, the shade might be okay, but when you get it home, or in the sunlight, we want you to buy the shade you think is right, of course. Get it home, go in the sun, go under an office light, different kinds of lighting. And if it's perfect, it's perfect.
Right. Now, I got another question that I thought was very interesting from Trisha. She said she noticed that some of the products are made in the UK and others in the US. I think what you might be looking at is our UK distributed icon, which means that we can sell the products in the UK. So it's not that products are made in the UK, it's that we can legally distribute.
However, in our line, you may run across a few products that are made in the UK, and some that are made in Italy, and some that may be made in France. And by some, I mean one or two. The reason you see that is we don't look strictly in our little sphere for the best products, because some of the best skincare and cosmetic products in the world come out of France and come out of Italy. And we want the best. We always try to bring our customers the best. So if there isn't a French vendor that has something that we need, we don't hesitate to go there.
Mm-hmm. Like, for example, our Illuminance Highlighting Powder could only be made or produced in Italy because it is hand baked. So products.
Tell me about the little ovens in the.
Oh yeah, they're baked. Like if you actually pull out the illuminizing powder at the bottom, you'll see the clay, and it's literally baked in an oven.
It's its own little terracotta pot baked in an oven in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't get that for you in the U.S.
Right. I would say a majority of our products, though, are made somewhere within the U.S.
Yeah, the vast majority.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Texas, California,
New
York, Florida,
New
Jersey. Mm-hmm. That's, I would say.
Did you say Florida?
Yes, a high percentage of our products are made in those states, and there's a few little here and there's that can only be produced in other countries that we do have, or that can do it better, I should say, than inside the U.S.
The best version.
Yeah. Let's see, Trisha, so cool, baked in an oven. Yeah, it's really a unique process. This company that does it, it's really, really cool and unique to watch.
And I was blown away because they were, when they sent us the original samples and before it goes in the compacted things, when they said, turn it over. And it really is in a little teeny tiny clay pot.
Taking color varies. Yes, trying to get the foundation is very important to us. We do absolutely want to make sure you're in the right undertone, getting the right shade for you. And it can be, another thing about this product that when we were creating it was oxidation was extremely important. I did see somebody mention something about oxidation. That was another thing that we reduced with this product. So you won't see as much oxidation, or if any, with this new formula.
So if I could add to that, well, I would say every foundation on the market, and there may be exceptions, but oxidizes. So if you have a bottle of foundation that's a year old, the foundation that you are using that's a year old or 6 months old even is not the same color as the foundation you bought, because the color will oxidize over time. It's seen it like anything else. However, one of the things we set out to do with this new formula is to limit the amount of oxidation that occurs and limit the amount of dryness with moisture, with your moisture complex foundation or any foundation. If it's a liquid foundation, it's made primarily of water. And what does water do? It evaporates. So that's another thing that we've endeavored to improve with this new improved formula, is that the consistency of your foundation on day one is the same as the consistency on day 365.
And the color as well will remain.
Right. Well, Trisha just sent over a question that I think is important. We had kind of veered off onto the illuminating powder, which, by the way, people, is amazing, especially if you have maybe a few imperfections on the skin and you want to disguise them. Nothing disguises imperfect skin better than a little radiance. I'm not talking about glitter. I'm not talking about shimmer, like we say. I'm talking about a little radiance. That will make you look 10 years younger. And Trisha's asking about, and I love the Illuminance because you control the amount of radiance that you add.
Right.
There are some foundations and the radiance in them. Okay, whatever. But with the Illuminance, you can put on some and you can say, I need a little more or whatever. You control it. And she asked if it was great under the brow bone. Absolutely. It's great for above the blush, but it's also, I have a little trick. I mix it with my blush. And I get, it's not like getting a shimmer per se, but it adds the radiance to that area of my face.
Yeah, it really is. It's an awesome product. It has a really cool story. So it's so lightweight as well. It's not heavy. It's not thick. It's not chunky. It's a very finely milled. How many times do they mill that product? I think
They gave us the figure and it was mind-boggling, but
Yeah, so if you look at it, there's no thick chunks to it. It's very finely milled. It's unbelievable. We do. There are certain products that we have so much pride in their story and how they're created. And that's one of them that we love talking about.
Well, you just gave me the perfect segue to something that I wanted to announce today. Can you guess what else we take pride in?
Oh, yeah. Did we win another award?
We won another award. QVC gave us, once again, best product in the lip category. That's 3 years in a row that we've won. 2018, 2019, and 2020. The customers vote, actual purchasing customers vote on the best product. And Lip Lift won for the third time running. And this year, we got the Buyers Award, which means all the QVC buyers who know everything, sample everything, are on top of everything, they're professionals. Lip Lift.
Yep, Lip Lift it took the award show that night. We were very excited. It's one of those products that I think the moment we start talking about it, everyone talks about how amazing and how much they love Lip Lift. And don't get me started on how important it is for lip care, but this is skincare for the lips, which is always forgotten about, always the last concern that you have. And you don't really start noticing until your lips are already, dry, chapped. You start seeing fine lines and wrinkles around them, and that's when you start with your anti-aging treatments. But it's so important to constantly be on top of that and keep using Lip Lift, making sure, it does everything. It does an entire skincare routine in one product. So highly recommend Lip Lift. 3 years now in a row, won best lip care item, and now we're
buyer's choice. Buyer's choice is huge. I mean, that to me is so extra special because it's so important for the customers to love the product. I get that. That's the most important. But we got 3 of those. I mean, to get an additional buyer's choice, where they are recognizing the value and the incredible quality and the fact that it does what we say it's going to do. And now I feel a little vindicated because all you guys out there, I'm sure you've said, oh, why do they talk about Lip Lift all the time? I hear about Lip Lift. Look at this. This is why.
True. And also the Lip Lift tints. So the Lip Lifts do come in different tints that you can get, different colors. So we have, a warm gold one. We have a red that's a little bit cooler. We have a berry, which is cool as well. So you can also get the Lip Lift in different shades as well. So
I prefer the petal. I think you like the blush.
I'm definitely a petal girl, but we're out of stock right now, so I haven't been wearing it as much. But blush, I think we just sold out as well. Of course, when you win the best selling awards for the QVC, the product tends to sell out pretty fast. So I think we've sold out of 2 of our shades right now, and I think we have 14K and we have Blackberry left, and we have the mint version as well. So
and I think Trisha is the Blackberry girl. I think she likes it.
Oh, okay, yeah. The Blackberry's gorgeous on. The bullet looks very dark, but when you apply it, it just gives like the perfect stained color to your lips. Oh, it's so beautiful on. So I just want to make sure. Yeah, just said I love the Blackberry. It's an awesome color. All right, so and Holly.
Sorry, I hijacked this over my.
No. And I'm just reading some of these comments about Lip Lift. Holly says she loves it, and now her mom loves it too. Yeah, it's one of those products that everyone gets into. They love it, and I mean, everyone it's the product that solves so many different issues. You can use it around the lips as well. That's something we always forget to talk about. If you start having fine lines and wrinkles or the corners of your lips starting to see some lines coming on,
marionette lines from straws or smoking,
use it around the outside of your lips as well. So do your lips and then go around your lips and apply it heavy. If you're going to bed, go a little crazy with it. It really soaks in.
You can use it that way in the daytime because it penetrates so deeply and it's matte. So it's not like you're putting a big greasy mess all around your mouth like for some lip balm or something. This is treatment, so you can use it where your lines are.
Yeah, it's such an incredible product. And we are very excited. I know it probably doesn't seem that exciting, but it's really exciting for us. We love that product.
huge. Think about the sample of people who voted,
Mm-hmm.
and think about the competition. We're talking about top of the line, the best of the best.
Yeah. And we are competing with premium beauty brands as well. So, those designer brands that you think about, we're up against those as well when we do these shows. So it's awesome to have a product that, some of these brands, charge hundreds and hundreds of dollars for a product. And meanwhile, you can get everything you need in your lip care item through Lip Lift. And it's not even half it's.
But the thing is, we're a little boutique company.
Mm-hmm.
We specialize in creating products that are gems,
Mm-hmm.
but we're not humongous. I mean, we're not a big, huge cosmetic company. But that's who we're competing against. And to be recognized for our gems is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and now that we've gone completely off topic with Lip Lift because we have a passion for Lip Lift.
If I were to bring us back around on topic, notice that Aloe has in it the same ingredient that makes aloe. It has an ingredient that works on the hyaluronic acid synthesis.
Mm-hmm.
So the same incredible results that you get on your lips with Lip Lift, you get on your face with the new moisture complex.
Right. Mm-hmm. So it's just a win-win. And that's how you know how amazing these ingredients are.
Well, yeah, I got to tell you, I was blown away. We have been hearing about aloe for decades.
Mm-hmm.
It's like aloe is great in the skin, and it becomes like noise. You don't get excited about aloe until you read clinical studies, and once you absorb these clinical studies, I was just thrilled.
It's funny because, like I said earlier, when you read these clinical studies, it's just a bunch of mumbo jumbo to you, and you really have to break it down. And that's why we call it in English, what does it mean? Because it talks about, it gives you all the scientific names, it gives you all the scientific facts behind it, and it just takes a little bit of energy to break it down to figure out what that actually means for you in your skin. So that's something that, we love to do. We love to just break it down and what that means for you. So you don't have to, Google a bunch of crazy scientific terms that just means hydration.
I mean, basically, but I think these clinical snippets are important because in our lives, we hear marketing all day long. And I have to tell you, if I had a dime for every time I heard antioxidant in a product, I would be rich.
We would all be rich.
But to understand what in the product has the antioxidant and what that mechanism is and what the result is takes it far beyond the marketing. Get your antioxidants here to this is the real deal.
All right, Kim, I better go get this stuff before it runs out. Yeah, we whenever we win our Lip Lift awards, it just because people start hearing about it, and we tend to run out of stock very quickly. So
foundation too.
Yeah, since it is a new product, both of those items, the traffic becomes heavier on them, so it's harder for us to. And right now during the pandemic, we're trying to keep our stock in, but it's really hard.
Well, what we're finding, I mean, let's just talk the real deal here because we're all here to tell the truth and talk about things. What we're finding is if someone gets sick at one of our laboratories, the laboratory shuts down. We can't plan for that. We reorder based on a non-COVID cycle. And so we'll put our order in, there's like a 16-week, sometimes a 20-week lead time because the ingredients have to be ordered maybe from special places or whatever. We've chosen quality laboratories that if there is any concern, they opt on the side of closure. So sometimes we do run out of things. So absolutely, go get if you need something, if you're thinking about something, get your hands on it.
Yeah, and some of our key ingredients, we do have products with specialty ingredients in it as well. I know we were talking about certain items where they're made, but also certain ingredients like edelweiss is only in the Swiss Alps, so it does have to come from this one farm in the Swiss Alps that we work with that is a fair trade company. That's another thing that we're
serious about.
Yeah, which is fair trade. So one of these companies as well you know, it only comes from this one specific place, this one specific farm, and that's where our edelweiss comes from. And also like red marine algae, it only comes
Well,
from one
that's
place.
for the Swiss formula.
Yeah, so there's different ingredients that come from all over that we just have to be super careful on.
And each product has its own little blend of miraculous little goodies.
Because it's something that's important to us. We do a lot of our ingredients, it is important to us that it comes from in this sustainable way, and it's in perfect condition, and it's straight from the Swiss Alps in the case of edelweiss. And
yeah, you know, if you listen carefully when you open the jar, you can hear little yodels.
Yeah.
And Trisha just said, which product is the edelweiss? It's our Swiss formula. And you might ask yourself, well, you know, what does a little Swiss flower that has its own song, what does that do for skin and skincare? But really, the reason we use edelweiss is because there are proteins in the plant that protect the plant in a very stressful environment. It comes from way up top on a mountaintop where there's lots of very little oxygen, lots of UV, and this edelweiss is proven to be this little survivor that lives and blooms where nothing else does. And some scientists somewhere said, well, what if I extract the proteins from this little flower, and will I get the same results for other things? Turns out, put it in a cream, and you get a highly beneficial, as far as environmental challenges, cream in a day cream.
Yeah. It's a really cool product. It has amazing ingredient story, and the clinical testing that's done on it is insanely good. It's really has some awesome stuff. And I want to just make sure will you link that in the I'll put the complete fix in the video comments as well.
Should we link all of the red marine algae products as well?
Yeah. I can do a quick search for all of our products that contain red marine algae. I'm trying to think what are the other ingredients that the illuminating highlighting powder. I'll make sure that's in our comments as well, so you guys can check that out. I wish if I can find one where the bottom of the illuminating highlighting powder isn't attached, I'll show you the clay underneath of it where it was baked. It's kind of like a little brick oven or like a pizza oven. They just put
it looks like a little terracotta pizza pan.
Yeah. It's really cool. If I can find it, I'll put it down in the comments as well. All right. So once again, we've gone through our time.
And our topic and other topics.
I was just going to say way off topic as well, but hey,
we love it.
You learn some things, you know. All right. So we hope everyone has a wonderful Monday and Tuesday, but we'll see you back here on Wednesday. So I'm not going to say have a wonderful week yet, because we'll see you Wednesday at noon for Wine About It. And we're going to be doing some color analysis. And don't forget to bring your drinks so we can all cheers to Wine About It for Wednesday. All right. So have a wonderful day.